What's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy, and this is One Piece, episode 179 and 180. Today we will be seeing what nonsense Enel's up to, and hopefully Chopper's back soon. I'm worried about my boy. If you want the full-length reaction, go to patreon.com/nerdynightly, but if you don't, stay here, because this video is beginning now. Whoop, 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 whoop. Did you know there's a thing called the One Piece? As I get demonetized, I might have to beep those F-bombs. It's early in the video. I caught a glimpse of the tail end to the future. And it's Eneru in space. Is it far enough in the video yet? I don't know how Brandon edited this. Might not be. Might be early. Might be late. He might have put a bunch of weird jokes in the beginning. I don't know what he does. I don't watch my own videos anymore. I check like 1 out of every 4. Get you an editor that you trust. You guys, I recommend it. Bon bye! Oh, boy. I am recording way earlier than I usually do. I have no voice. I can't sing right now. My ass is barely woken up. I was supposed to watch this on Thursday. It's Saturday. My editor's a saint. Whoa! It's a Skypiea. What is this? Marvel circa 2012? And then every superhero movie after it? Although this probably actually predates that trend in movies, right? Oh, fuck. That's right. Her dad died. I need to lock in. Jesus. Oh, we're just leaving the Going Merry with nobody. Oh, no. Sanji and Usopp, they're holding down the fort. Sue! They're fucking dying. This fucking little Fennec Fox is gonna take care of them. Oh, God. I mean, their doctor's a reindeer. Who am I to judge? You know what I mean? The sad thing is that sentence is insane, and it 100% makes sense. Oh, well, that's an easy solution. Barely an inconvenience. I wonder if that heat is like heating up its insides. Like, is it getting hotter in its stomach? Zoro just casually jumping skyscrapers. I love that Zoro's like, even that didn't work when it's the first thing he tried. Oh, God. You don't need someone to help, Luffy. The snake will move the rocks around soon. The fuck is Logia power? What the fuck is Logia power? Is that a devil fruit style, like how... Oh, what? Guys, I don't think Luffy can fight that. He's just a little guy. Oh, did he destroy the clouds? My boy! Look what they've done to my boy! Okay, so Zoro's safe because his body cannot be damaged. Chopper, I don't know, man. Okay, this is actually sick, though. Okay, the animation of that was pretty stellar. Whose shoe is that? Oh, they're gonna fall out of it. Okay. I don't know that you should hold on there. Isn't that where the air comes out? Oh, he called it so hard. Wait, that's a bad... God damn it. God, the animation of this is really well done. Like the feeling of the motion of it is very successful. Because I can imagine looking at this in the manga and being like, the animator's gonna, oh God, this is gonna be a pain in the ass to pull off. And I think they did it. Well done. That was really good. Wait. Oh, yeah. I feel like we haven't heard that theme in a while. But I also, you know, I watch these, sometimes I'm like ahead and then, you know, I fall behind and I don't know. Zoro is literally invincible. No, you didn't. Zoro, let's stop playing around. You were gonna be fine. You're fucking invincible, dude. I hate the way Chopper's just hanging there, bud. Oh. So we're back to just Luffy. I mean, Luffy, Isa, and Pierre are in there, right? Oh, okay, they're gonna get out. Fucking Luffy. Oh, no, they're soldier. Oh, Luffy, you're so stupid. It is actually both. Yeah, didn't she see him become a balloon earlier? She just told you he's a rubber person. Isa. I feel like she's like 2 sentences behind in this conversation. That girl might have hit her head. We need to check her for concussion. I'm a little worried about her mental faculties. How are its hooves clopping? What a shot. How are its hooves clopping in the air? It's flying. I feel crazy. Oh, dude. Shandora. That's actually kind of beautiful. What a shame only 2 of them made it here. Of all of those people, 2 made it. Wild. The Shandoran thing has really worked. This plotline has got me, man. I want these people to, like, I want them to find peace and joy and home again, you know? Shandora. It needs, you know, it needs some rebuilding. I really hope the giant snake doesn't destroy it all, now that they finally found it. Are you gonna take on the snake? Oh, She's 5 feet away from him.
まあ、私はいいんだけど、でもね。
Oh my god. The problem is, because he is lightning, I don't know that the reject button would do it. Oh, shit. Alright, so we got... We got some peeps. When did Luffy go in the snake? How many episodes has it been?
よかった。私には気づいてない。
つまり今この場に6人もいてもらっちゃ困るというわけだ。
バレてた。
Fuck. Team up. Take out Eneru.
お前が消えろ。
All right. Fuck. We're not talking about shit. Great episode. That was fun. I don't care. We're doing the next one. We're getting into the next episode because I want to see this fight. I now have to wait like 5 minutes to get into the fight that I want to see. Oh, we're starting with Koni's getting back, being like, "Hey guys, it's about to get spicy up in heaven."
あの女、実は悪いやつだったんですよ。それも親子で。僕も聞きました。確か政界の悪者に手を貸したとか。
That was like yesterday. that was 24 hours ago.
ずっとゴッドに仕えてて、もうすぐ帰ってくるっていつも母上は言うけど。
That kid's dad is dead.
もちろんですとも。早く会えるといいですね。
That kid's dad is dead.
スカイピアは正解へ。
Koni's out here dropping bangers all over the island. It's an image that goes hard.
これはまた。
I would love if Luffy just out of nowhere punched him in the back of the head right now. Like through the hoop that comes out of his shoulder blades.
くだらぬことを言っている暇があったら身体の居場所を答えよう。
Alright, here we go.
フェアリーバースと人は呼ぶ。そこには見渡す限りの果てしない大地が広がっているのだ。
So basically anywhere on the ground.
私にこそふさわしいフェアリーバース。
There's so much earth. So many places. Just go to the red line, dude. What are you doing?
空に根付くこの国そのものが土台不自然な存在なのだ。
That was a pretty great visual.
まさか貴様。まさかというほどのことはな。
That noise and the way he's floating was very Dragon Ball Z.
今この島に立っているのはここにいる6人のみだと。残念なことをした。お主。私のこれからの目的を話してやったら。いや、奴ら血相を変えて挑んできたのだ。いや。
He killed all of them?
ここに家族のおる者たちだぞ。そうだな。早く家族も葬ってやらねば。
Annel's fucking crazy. Dude's just evil. Alright, how do you get around Mantra here? And the fact that you can pierce him and it doesn't do anything.
彼らが神の島アッパーヤードを襲うのはただ祖先が住んでいた故郷を取り返そうとしているだけ。
A lot of flashbacks this episode. Interesting. I feel like we must be getting into the actual like final fight section of the storyline because we're getting a lot of the storytelling here.
我々にせよ彼らにせよ敗北を認めるには少々月日を。
重ねすぎたのかもしれぬ。
Oh, Jesus.
どういうことだ？ゴッドエネルと名乗る者が。ゴッドエネル。
I'm not gonna lie. Gonfal's fucking cloak here looks pretty fucking sick.
これは
身体とか期待したほどの力はなかったな。
エネル。
お前が神か？いや、元神。
Oh, interesting. He doesn't have his hoop yet.
おのれ。
Oh, no, he does. Okay. It was just the shot. I thought we were gonna get into the fight this episode, and we're not. They're not fighting. It's all backstory. I mean, it's funny because I was like, I don't care about the fights as much as I care about the story, and because they tease the fight so hard, I'm a little like, this is what I expected.
2000万ボルト。バーリー。
無念。それは私だ。
I just don't get how they're gonna fight Eneru. The show hasn't really left room for the Rumble fruit.
無敵と謳われる能力の一つ。雷の力。
The show hasn't really left open a way for this fight to be interesting.
人間が叶うわけないじゃない。
And I hope that they figure that out, because I want to be invested in it, but he just is, because he's the only one of them with mantra, and he's also got the devil fruit, that it just feels like there's gonna have to be some bullshit for him to lose. And I'm curious how they're gonna pull that off, right? He's also crazy. Like, his goal isn't sensical.
こんな数時間のサバイバルにも耐えきれない今までの部下どもではいてもらっても国のレベルを下げるだけなのだよ。
I'm sorry, Gunfall.
すでに目安はついてる。お前の取った行動を思い返せば考えられる場所はただ一つ。
Oh, shit. Because he had mantra, he could see what she was doing. Damn it!
お前と同じ場所を私は思い描いている。
Oh, Jack grew around it. That actually makes a lot of sense.
俺は打算的な女が嫌いでね。
He would be a sexist fuck. What the fuck is that visual? Wow, okay.
女だぞ。
へん、見ればわかる。
The fuck are you gonna do, Zoro?
いい腕だ。
イカれてんのか、てめえは。
Yeah. That was sick. That was a great visual. Yo, what?
雷鳴が轟くなんて、空気が音速で膨張した証拠。それほどの力、エネルギーのスケールが違いすぎるの。
Yeah.
ダメよゾロ、相手が悪すぎる。
体に教えねばわからんのだろう。神の定義。
Zoro, maybe shoot the air slashes at him. I don't know that getting that close to lightning's the best thing for you, my dude.
お前たちがどうあがこうが太刀打ちできない圧倒的な力。そこで覚える。
It's gotta be something to do with the rod, right?
全ての希望が絶たれることは死に同じ。
Having all your hopes dashed is the same as death itself. That's the thesis statement of the show.
人にとって死は最大の恐怖。
Reject dial, here it comes.
回廊石ってもんを知ってるか、エネル。
How did Zoro just move? How did Zoro just slide 30 feet without anybody doing anything? It just zooped away.
死んで本望。お前を道連れにできるのならな。やめろ。
Okay, here we go.
ディセクト。
I guess Luffy didn't need to do anything. If you can take...
まさか
Oh, he's fine. Okay. Okay. I'm a little confused. It's epic. I get that it's epic. But I'm not gonna lie. I really feel like that reject button moment should have been awesome. And it should have felt like a huge sacrifice on Wiper's part. And Wiper being fine and standing there like that kind of like takes the wind out of it in a very odd way for me. Because you've had him use it once, right? He used it and the other guy was like, if you use that again, you're gonna die. Those are the stakes of the reject button. You can use it one more time, but it's gonna kill you, right? And so I find it very odd narratively to have him use it again in a moment where he's like, he's got the Sea Prism Stone on Eneru. He's taking away Eneru's power. He's going to use the power. He's willing to sacrifice himself. He's willing to take that on. And then the stakes don't line up with what we've been told as an audience, right? And yeah, that it's weird. Like I was really into that moment, and then it deflated so fast for me, which is unfortunate. Like that kind of killed the vibe for me. Not gonna lie. Everything up until it's great though. I love the backstory that we got this episode. I love seeing, Gonfal's final moments as God. How quickly and just how easily Eneru took over. Like it wasn't even really a struggle. And it came at a time when Gonfal was starting to really question like the weight of his colonialism and what it means to have taken the Verth and to be protecting it from the Shandorans who are from there. There was a lot of emotion going on there. I do feel a little bit like that the combat doesn't matter is starting to catch up with the show a little bit, right? I think the amount of damage that's being done to people is that they want it to be like, oh my god, look what just happened to Nico Robin. And I'm like, yeah, she's gonna be fine. Like, it doesn't make sense for her to be this damaged. And yeah, it doesn't, I don't care as much as I want to, because it's unrealistic for all of the main characters to be dead. You know what I mean? It doesn't carry a lot of weight. And then so for the end of the episode to mean like the reject dial also doesn't have a lot of weight to it. It actually didn't matter as much as we told you it was going to. It's just a little deflating. It took me out of the moment a little bit. I wanted to be like, look at what Wiper was willing to do for his dreams, right? Look at what Wiper was willing to do to save everybody else. Because if you don't kill everybody else with all this damage, right? But Wiper dies here, doing the reject dial to take Eneru down to a level where he can actually be taken out, I think it's an incredible moment. You've built up, it's sort of like Pell, right? Pell's sacrifice was for this larger idea. But when you make it that it wasn't a sacrifice, then it wasn't a sacrifice. Then it was just him flying for a second. Or here it was just him using the reject dial again. But you told us that he was going to die when he did it. And maybe at the top of the next episode he explodes or something. I don't know. Maybe they do go into it. But to end this episode on him standing there and he's like a little bit out of breath and maybe bloody. But like they've been bloody and cut up for 12 episodes now. you took the wind out of my sails a little bit here. And there's still like 14 episodes in this arc, right? So it's like there can't be much more fighting. I don't know. That was weird. I was really into the episode up until it. I really loved like Nico Robin calling him out on his shit. I liked the Gonfall moment. I liked the backstory. Gonfall getting taken out like that makes sense. You know, he doesn't have mantra. He's you know, he's not really that powerful. He's helpful, but he's not that powerful. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they kind of wasted the big cool sacrifice moment here. And I don't know how I feel about that. Because there's so much left. There's like, if there's going to be 14 more episodes here, and if I didn't know that, I wouldn't feel that way as much. I think that like knowing how much more there is kind of influences my opinion, because I'm thinking about it narratively of like, how are we going to build to another interesting fight with Eneru? I don't know. Yeah, weird. I was so on board until that final shot of Wiper standing there. And I just like immediately was taken out of it. And sometimes that happens, you know, sometimes that choices in art hit people differently, right? I think there are going to be plenty of people who are like, no, I know the comments already. They're going to be like, the damage doesn't matter. And I think that is, honestly, I think that is such an odd thing that I don't understand. And if you do, I'm glad that you do. But to me, like, this show is like fighting for hours. We watch hours of fighting to watch One Piece. And so if you're telling me that the fighting fundamentally is meaningless because at the end of it someone's going to find their dreams matter more than the other person's dreams, so they just win, then why is it hours long? Make every fight a samurai fight where it's one thing. Dream versus dream. But if you're gonna show me all the combat shit, it should matter. It should have weight. It should have stakes and purpose. And you can narratively have fights that don't always have to come down to, well, my dream was stronger, right? You can do that sometimes because you're telling that theme and you're leaning into it. But if every fight comes down to that, and every fight, everybody survives, and you just, I don't know. Skypiea wasn't wearing on me on the same way because the show is kind of like, oh yeah, they're dead. They're done for this arc. Because even if they come back for the next arc, they're done for this arc, right? Sanji and Usopp, they're done for Skypiea. Chopper's out. Nico Robin now is out. I was like, okay, there's at least stakes within the narrative of Skypiea that if you get taken out of the survival game, you're out for the survival game. And that's still true, right? That at least it is so far. Who knows? Maybe Sanji and Usopp wake up next episode and they start fighting again, which would be nuts. That would be insane, right? I don't think that's going to happen because that would just be like, okay, so literally nothing matters. It doesn't even matter within the arc that we're in. But yeah, Wiper standing there. Fuck, that just took me right out of the show. I was having such a good time. God. Yeah, and Luffy's not even, like, we can't even be close to the end of the fight because Luffy isn't even in the fight yet. Luffy has been fucking side quested so hard. I wonder if future arcs handle Luffy better. I do feel like the show struggles a little bit with knowing how to use Luffy. Because, because the damage output doesn't matter and everybody can just survive whatever they need to survive in the moment. Luffy's dream is the strongest dream on the show, so he's treated as the best warrior because your dream beats that dream, so he always wins. And so Luffy, this happened in Alabasta too, where like Crocodile beats him in the desert, and then we have this like long stretch of like no Luffy, because once Luffy shows up, the show becomes about him. And it doesn't need to. Like, you can have an ensemble show with a lead that doesn't have to be about the lead. Luffy can participate in other ways, but the show's main way of handling Luffy lately has been to just like put him somewhere else and like be like, we are gonna deal with Luffy later. He's not present. These characters are all going to fight and like die and lose and cry and get wounded and all of this shit over here because we have to waste time until we bring Luffy back, because Luffy's gonna deal with it. And it does kind of lead to this sort of holding pattern of a lot of these characters' plot lines aren't moving forward. Like their narrative arcs aren't progressing. they're just sort of like, it's almost like filler, but it isn't, because it's like the main plot, and I get that it's the main plot, but there's a sort of constancy to it, and a little bit of the like comic book issue of like the continual second acting that doesn't benefit the show very much episode to episode. It only kind of benefits the show on like the long arc of a show. It's fascinating. And I wonder if that's just consistent, or if, you know, Oda kind of figures out a way to pace things. And obviously the pacing of the anime gets worse, I know that. But if the manga paces Luffy into the plot a little bit more, instead of just having him be really dumb, get caught, and then have him really care at the end of the arc and like suddenly be invigorated and part of the solution. Because he's been gone for like 12 episodes, like just like in a snake, being an idiot. Interesting. Fuck. I want to keep going. I want to know what happens next. If you like the video, like and subscribe to the channel. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Leave me comments down below, because the algorithm god is hungry and we must feed her. This episode, that algorithm goddess is Nami. No, Nico Robin. Nico Robin got fucking shot through the fucking head. But she's gonna be fine somehow. Don't worry about it. If you want to follow me around the internet, you can. I'm at nerdynightly. And as always, do something nerdy tonight. Bye.